the queen is coming to Hey Y'all. Just kidding, but she really is coming to Downton, and in much anticipation of the Downton Abbey movie, I have my friend Olivia here to experience a very proper 1920s style British high tea. Is this your first tea experience?
Yes, this is my first tea experience. I do like tea, and I really like the Downton Abbey show, so I'm excited.
I am so pumped to have you with me because I've never done high tea before, so we're going at this together. First things first, something is very much wrong with this picture. It's 1920s style tea. I think we're in the wrong outfit.
The Dowager Countess would have a conniption if she saw what we were wearing.
She would not approve. Let's go change.
Okay.
Now that we're dressed to the nines, I think next thing on our list of the proper English tea is setting our table.
Yes.
Do you know how to set a table?
I remember which side the fork goes on because it has 4 letters, and so does the word left. 3 forks.
3 forks. They're all different sizes though, so.
Okay, this is the dinner fork.
Dinner fork, we work from the outside in. So I think it goes small to large. And then same with the spoons. Now here's the thing.
The knife and the spoon ran away to the
together.
moon.
Oh, they go on the
Or
right, but which one's first?
This is why you used to have such gigantic tables to fit all of this.
So I have this book, Tea Fit for a Queen.
Oh.
It's written by an English historian, and she tells us all about how to have the proper English tea. And then the queen of all etiquette, Emily Post, this is one of the first editions of Etiquette, her book. I have some dog-eared pages on tea parties and table setting.
Okay.
Now that we've properly set our table, we double-checked it with Emily Post, I think it is time for tea. Let's ring in Carson, shall we?
Anything from the trolley, please?
Thank you, Carson. That will be all.
You're so welcome.
I really wish we had a real Carson. Not that you weren't great, Shelby. Okay, now here's the thing about tea. I don't do tea.
Okay.
I'm from the South. I do, sweet iced tea.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to pour water for you first or the tea bag, but I'm gonna go with it.
Okay.
Ideally, we would have Carson do this for us.
Yes. Now, Ivy, are you serving me because you're the host? Is that
Yes.
how that works?
I'm pretty sure, based off of tea etiquette, that the hostess pours the tea.
I think you executed that very nicely.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, now the fun part. Which tea do we want to have?
What are our options?
Harney & Sons, Earl Grey Supreme, tea sachet.
Oh.
Black currant tea with black currant flavors.
What's a currant?
Sick. I don't know. No, currants are kind of like small grapes.
Okay.
Downton Abbey Estate Blend. It has the Dowager Countess herself on it.
Very on theme.
I might go with this one.
I might be adventurous and sample the currant.
Oh, have at it. At what point do you think we have to lose our gloves?
I'm not sure.
Maybe now.
Maybe now.
Pinkies up.
Pinkies up. We probably don't toast. Do we cheers?
They definitely didn't cheers.
Not.
I don't know if I like the flavor of this.
Slurping probably isn't ladylike either. I should not do that.
Not for me. We might switch to iced tea in a minute.
Iced tea.
Let's make our plates.
Okay.
What do they normally serve at tea?
Well, I have it referenced here in our book, things people eat at tea. So the typical variety would be 1 plate of cake, 1 of sandwiches, and 1 of hot bread. Do we have that here?
We have most of it.
Okay. Many provide no more than crackers or wafers or cookies. So it sounds kind of like you can do whatever you want, but it looks like everything is in items of 3.
Well, we
So-
have that covered.
Okay.
Scones,
Scones.
sandwiches.
Okay.
This whole time we have to do posture check.
Yes. I'm not good about that.
Me either.
Is this my
All of
teaspoon?
etiquette. Sure, that's what I'm using as my
Okay.
teaspoon.
Okay. Are you happy with your selection that you made?
About that.
Pinkies up.
Pinky.
Pinkies
Oh, we
up.
can't cheers. That's
no.
incorrect.
No. I don't ever recall seeing Lady Mary do pinkies up.
Yeah, me either.
I wonder where that came from.
That's got to come from something. It can't
Okay.
just be made up.
Okay, then that's not historically accurate. We probably shouldn't
Who
do
knows?
that.
There is an episode, a special extra episode of Downton Abbey where they have a historical expert
Yes.
in the field who watches every single filming. If they're slouching too much, they're like, cut cameras, no slouching.
And I recall one scene from that was a toast. They wanted to toast their glasses, and for some reason
he's
that
like,
wasn't historically accurate.
Tea
Okay, we're gonna
sandwiches.
fix our plate.
I think so.
Do we use our fingers?
Why not at this point?
Oh, blueberry scones are my favorite.
I love pedophores.
I do too.
They make me feel so fancy. Okay, what about biscuits? Isn't that common?
Now, are you talking about cookies or like Southern biscuits?
Well, in England, apparently biscuits are cookies. So how about we compare the difference between a biscuit and a biscuit?
Sounds wonderful.
Let's ring in Carson.
Let's.
Carson.
Y'all rang?
Thank you, Carson. That will be all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Carson, before you go, this hot tea is not doing it for me. Could we have some of the real stuff? Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Carson, that will be all.
Oh, thank you, miladies.
We can cheers these glasses.
We can, y'all.
Cheers.
Can I interest you in a biscuit?
I would love one.
Both?
This is the biscuit I know.
Okay, how should we go about this? Proper eating. Small bites. Emily
Yes.
Post says small bites.
Small bites.
Blueberry scones.
Now I'm gonna try to eat my pedophore. Do I use a fork? I feel like that's the most ladylike. I think I'm using my salad fork.
You go
Okay.
for it. I'm gonna ask this lady right here.
Okay.
Correct use of dessert, fork, and spoon. Hold the pedophore with your fork, cut and eat it with the spoon.
Oh, my dessert fork?
Who knew?
Cut with a spoon?
So you would just use the spoon like it was a knife.
That's strange.
It is strange, but that's what she says to do.
Okay. I don't know that I would eat cake with a spoon.
I like eating with spoons sometimes, but this sounds...
Okay, but then how do you...
And then I think you let this down. There are a million rules in the book about the placement of the fork.
Splendid.
Ooh, delightful. Let's talk about Downton Abbey for a minute.
Yes.
Okay, first, posture check. Carson would say that the seat backs, we're not even supposed to use them. Did you know, I read somewhere that nannies used to put knives
Yes.
in the back of their chairs? Y'all, imagine if your mom wouldn't let you sit with the chair back and you're like this. Okay, so deep breath. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's talk about Downton. My top 3, Matthew Crawley, Lady Mary at times, but sometimes I really just want to punch her in the gut. And even though she is so terrible sometimes, the Dowager, she rules the roost,
I feel like the Dowager always comes through with a good snappy punchline.
which is exactly what my grandmother would do. Fun fact, Dowager Countess, who also plays Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter, she looks pretty much identical to my grandmother.
Does she?
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure
wow.
at this point we will like slide in a picture of my grandmother side by side with the Dowager Countess. It's a spitting image.
That's neat.
My Nana might be offended. Okay, so who are your favorite characters?
Big fan of Sybil. I love that she's kind of a female powerhouse. Matthew Crawley is a heartthrob, for sure.
Yes.
So, big fan of him. I also really love Anna and her relationship with John Bates.
They're the cutest.
Yeah, they really are.
I root for them the whole time.
The two of them definitely go through some hard knocks, which I think makes their love story even more beautiful and powerful.
Everyone else has it so easy, you
Yeah.
know, like they have their life made out for them, but Anna and Bates, they don't, and that's the life of everyone back then.
Yes. What do you think, maybe if some of the people from Downton Abbey were here right now, they would think of our tea party that we've put on?
They might be somewhat impressed that we are trying with our etiquette.
Right.
But there's one part where Lady Mary is so offended about the thought of marrying Matthew Crawley, and she says, I just could not see myself marrying a gentleman that doesn't even know how to hold a knife. And that's kind of what I feel like she would say about us.
Right, probably so.
There's this quote that I love that the Dowager says, again, why she's one of my favorite characters. She says, "Nothing succeeds like excess." That is the quote that I live by in my life because, you know, why be boring when you can just be extra? Takeaways from today after this proper English tea. I really would like to incorporate the posture more into my everyday life.
I think one of my biggest takeaways from today that I would like to incorporate into my daily life is having a bell that I could ring and Carson could come bring me whatever I want, whenever I want.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming. This was a blast.
I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome as a fellow Downton Abbey superfan. If y'all throw your own Downton Abbey tea party, I would love to read about it. Put it in our YouTube comments. If you don't subscribe already, be sure to click the bell so you can get notifications when Hey Y'all's posted on YouTube. But as always, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll see you next time on Hey Y'all. And that's the tea. Carson. That will be all. Nothing succeeds like excess.